Yeah, yeah. Shout out to my whole art history 2 class, man. This is Christ Unchained, man. Yeah, the evolution of Christ. Yeah, historical. Yeah. This is Christ Unchained. This evolution through the eyes of the slain. From the builders and the sculptors who came, to the books and the relics obtained. Pay attention to see Christ Unchained. Historical. Talk about this is Christ Unchained. This evolution through the eyes of the slain. From the builders and the sculptors who came, to the books and the relics obtained. Pay attention to see Christ Unchained. Hop in this time machine with me. Let's go back at some Christians during the Byzantine era in Rome. Let's stand and witness the crucifixion of souls who worship Christ, made martyrs before the eyes of men, losing their life but still on the mission. All for religion. The pagan vision was different. They wanted the Christians missing, so they were forced to congregate in the ground. Some was caught, burned alive, thrown to the lions bound, but faithful to their king. They prayed for better things. You see that man over there on that horse? That's Constantine. He took over Rome, brought the Christians up from the trenches with Mother Nature beneath them. He captured Roman attention, a conqueror. He saw that Rome wasn't perfect. He started the reconstruction and built a whole lot of churches. He named the city Constantinople and blessed it with his name. He built the old St. Peter's. Today it's the Vatican. Historical. This is Christ Unchained. This evolution through the eyes of the slain. From the builders and the sculptors who came, to the books and the relics obtained. Pay attention to see Christ Unchained. Historical. Talk about this is Christ Unchained. This evolution through the eyes of the slain. From the builders and the sculptors who came, to the books and the relics obtained. Pay attention to see Christ Unchained. Justinian came along and he wanted to build. He built the biggest church around and he called it Hagia Sophia, with Virgin Mary and mosaics holding the younger Christ. The dome towered up to the heavens but later fell from the sky. It was reconstructed. Scientists changed the plans, and to this very day it's standing high in that land. But back to Justinian, king of his dominion. He used past pagan motifs in his experience. Had Christ with a gold background symbolizing the time. The halo around his head symbolizing his shine. As I enlighten you, peek my aura. Sit back in the garden, just enjoy the florals. Justinian was alone till he found Theodora. She was a prostitute, but really he didn't judge her morals. He gave her diamonds and gold, made a queen of his soul, similar to Wiz Khalifa and his wife Amber Rose. The story was told, she showed herself to be true and helped Justinian keep the kingdom intact. Today withdrew, and so the story was told. She showed herself to be true and helped Justinian keep the kingdom intact. Today withdrew. Historical. This is Christ Unchained. This evolution through the eyes of the slain. From the builders and the sculptors who came, to the books and the relics obtained. Pay attention to see Christ Unchained. Historical. Talk about this is Christ Unchained. This evolution through the eyes of the slain. From the builders and the sculptors who came, to the books and the relics obtained. Pay attention to see Christ Unchained. Hey, this the last man I bring fame. His name Charlemagne. He revived Christ in the arts, got Rome learning things. He spoke Latin, could understand Greek. He liked mathematics, but he couldn't write a 3. Books were embedded with pearls, pages painted with gold. He built the Palatine Chapel, gave it a Romanesque glow. It was royal. Say preach to him, Tobias. Charlemagne passed the crown to his son Louis the Pious, but he was weak. Couldn't walk in his dad Nikes, and all of Charlemagne's sons was just like him. So the kingdom fell, and the Etonians took over. It was 3 of them, and all of them kept Christ as their beholder. Through art, architecture, clothing, and manuscript, used the previous foundation of Charlemagne to build. As you can plainly see, all of the emperors did their thing, promoting Christ to the people, breaking away the chains, fighting for religion, secret codes and arts. Christ high in basilicas, alive in their hearts. But the battles ain't over, you can go ask the oracle. And even if we win or lose, Christ still is historical. This is Christ Unchained. This evolution through the eyes of the slain. From the builders and the sculptors who came, to the books and the relics obtained. Pay attention to see Christ Unchained. Historical. This is Christ Unchained. This evolution through the eyes of the slain. From the builders and the sculptors who came, to the books and the relics obtained. Pay attention to see Christ Unchained. Historical.